Hello everyone, how are you all and welcome to another video. Today guys, I am bringing you the new moon which is in Capricorn, which is on the 11th of January 2024. This is the first new moon of the year, pretty powerful one. It does sextile Neptune, it does trine Uranus in Taurus, it does conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, which is the big one, but it also squares the nodes, which is in Aries and I was gonna say Capricorn, Aries and Libra. So it's nice, but it's a mixed bag too. Um, with it, with it, with it, let's start off with the good bits. With Neptune being activated and Uranus being activated, I feel a lot of us will, it's like, you sort of start to come into your own, like come into your own when it comes to like feeling with emotions, spirituality. There can also be changes that come with this new moon, like emotional changes. So we may think that we're going to go one way, but then we have this other way that's coming forth, and it can be quite shocking. It can shock us to the core, but we may see after a while, actually, this is going to actually work out. This is great to be doing some spiritual work, spiritual practice, grounding work, because this new moon is very much an ambitious new moon too. Whenever Capricorn, full moon or new moon is activated, we know ambition is here and it could be here to stay. And because it's the first new moon of the year, you know what's going to be coming. With it conjuncting as well, it's a big one. I feel that some of us may be more conjunctive Pluto. There could be more of a very much a deep, passionate side that's coming forth. Some of us can come across as overbearing, overprotective. There could be some jealousy. There can be possession. I feel that this feels like this one last push that's coming forth. One last push. I feel that we are also seeing that we just have to just try and make this work. It may not have worked last time, but let's just try and do it now. And, we're edging into a new time with Pluto going into Aquarius this month. In January, the 20th or the 21st, wherever you are. So I feel that's why I said it feels like there's one last push for like some type of supremacy, because it's like, you want to be in power, you want to be in charge of things, but it's not going to be that kind of party anymore, unfortunately. Pluto stays for like 9 months, then it goes back into Capricorn for 2 more months, then it goes back into Aquarius for 20 years. Okay, so we're going to see a whole new change coming. So with that conjunction activating, it's just, I feel that some of us will actually see, no, not this time, not this time. Even when it does go back, we're going to still see that as well. With the square to the nodes, it's going to be activating. Like, I feel that there's going to be this element of knowing, because with Capricorn, the nodes are in the 4th and 10th house, but in general, there can be some like misunderstanding, not knowing where we're coming or going. There can be some drama that comes up as well. Again, there could be some power plays, because we know sometimes we want to move and push forward, and it's just not going to be happening the way that it should. The energy feels like it needs to flow, but we still have to hold back and not count our chickens before they hatch. Capricorn new moons are very much about not going too fast. It's slowing the energy down. This energy can feel quite frustrating to a lot of us. It can feel very like something needs to change and we're trying to change it and it's just not happening. Patience is key because it's activating for a whole month. When I looked at when we come to like the tarot cards with this new moon, it's at 20 degrees. So all that the cardinal signs, Capricorn, Cancer, Aries and Libra, last degrees, you guys are going to be feeling this. The earth sign is going to trine you, especially Taurus and Virgo. and the water signs Pisces and Pisces and Scorpio, this will sextile you, especially if you're 20 degrees. But yes, it's going to be a very it can feel quite hit and miss for a lot of us. It really can. I personally don't like January. I feel January is too slow. But you know, times are different now. I think times are different. So hopefully, I'll, you know, things can change. Do you know what I mean? But when it comes to like January and September, it's just like the energies are just too slow for me. But I know that they're slow for a reason. Put it that way. But yeah, and the tarot cards, the 20th is the Judgment card, and I feel that a lot of us will, some of us can actually come into an alignment. We're gonna it's like a conclusion that's coming up, but we're all gonna come into alignment. We're gonna see things for what they are not, because you know, especially with this new year, it's a number 8, and in the tarot, it's the Strength card. So things are gonna be burst wide open now. Okay, so with this Judgment card for this new moon, for the 20th, is like, yeah, like things are gonna come more. We're gonna see more, and it could be very quick. It can be, even though Capricorn energy is very slow. I feel that it feels like it's bang, like bam, there it is. There you go. You know, we wanted to see this, but now here it is. It really does feel like that, and again, like I said, it could, because of Uranus energy that's activated, it could be a shock, but also it could be like some people are going to be like, oh, about time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, big time, big energies. I've pulled out 3 cards for this time for the general collective, and these are the tarot cards. So the first card we got is Temper Your Criticism. So under Capricorn, because Capricorns are very serious. They're the most serious out of all the earth signs, I would say. We can, some of us can come across as quite critical, can come across as short tempered and quite cutting. Like, especially a lot of us, we are going back to work. We're going back to basics. You know, I've been watching a lot of, during the Christmas holiday, I've been watching a lot of um Charles Dickens, and that's how this country was gonna be, and it feels like it in a way. Like, you know, the poorer, the richer. And when it says temper your criticism, um, it's not that, like, again, it's not that kind of party, guys, where, you know, it's just because someone's relaxing or resting, we're gonna be judging them because they're not working hard. You know, we're in a new time now. So it's about looking at ourselves before we criticize others. Just because someone's not as ambitious as us or working hard like us, or it's just gonna be like, no, you don't know what they went through during the holidays, and it's, I feel that this card is saying we need to like sort of check ourselves before we just sprout, you know, and also it's very important to listen before we respond as well, because this card is also saying that a lot of us can really jump to conclusion with things during this new moon. Second card is practice positivity. It's not easy to be positive under Capricorn, guys, because Saturn is Saturn ruled, and Saturn is like, put the work in. It's not a smiley planet. It's quite a cold planet. And unfortunately, I do feel for some Capricorns, because it's like they're born into this world, and it's just like they have to do this, or like they're going to be getting the you know, they're going to be getting the business. So it's going to be a challenge for us to practice positivity. I feel that if we write down like our goals and our dreams and our aims during this new moon, that's a form of positivity. But also, I think the first thing we should write down is, today is the best day of my life, and I'm going to smile. You know, even if you're like reading like certain affirmations, because, you know, in this country, in London, it is, we have, I don't know about you guys in other countries, but we do have a lot of people that suffer from like depression in January because it's really cold and dark. It's seasonal depression they have. So it's really hard to practice that. So anything that can brighten you up, whether it's like wearing bits of red or even gold, yellow, using like essential oils, doing this type of exercise, you know, anything like that is a bit positive for us, you know. So yeah, anything that you know that helps you be positive or helps motivate you is really a good thing under this new moon. The last card we've got is break addiction. Now, some of you may be doing your New Year's resolutions. I personally, I actually started doing it during the winter solstice. Some of you may do it on the 1st, you know. But if you are, one of the things that a lot of us may want to do is try and break an old school addiction. And I think it's very fitting because we're in the, you know, we're edging into, very quickly, we're edging into Pluto in Aquarius. And that's a new energy. Some of us may have said we're going to break this addiction during Pluto and Capricorn and it just didn't work. But now it's like, you know what, let me see if I can actually do it. And I personally found when Pluto was in Capricorn, Aquarius, that I've actually broken addiction, which was quite shocking to me. But, you know, when you're pregnant, this is what happens. But, yeah, so I feel that some of you may decide you want to actually break an addiction. This card is number 5 card. And in the tarot, it's I was going to say the Empress. It's not. It's the high... Actually, it will come to me. Sorry. But... I call it the Pope. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. My mind is very mushy, guys. But it's a Taurus card, and it's very much about philosophy. It's very much about tradition. Some of you may really want to go back to basics and look over something that you are addicted to, whether it's, and it could be through the internet, it could be through social media, it could be some type of food, it could be anything, guys. So you may look at that and think, is it helping or hindering me? Will it actually help me reach my goals? Or is it hindering my goals? Because this new moon is about goal setting, you know? It's not just work, it's about across the board as well, okay? So yeah, it does feel quite harsh, but yeah, I think these cards will really work under this new moon. So guys, that was my Capricorn new moon, general for all of you guys. And now let's get to the signs. Hello, Aries. So how are you? So, Aries, this is going to be affecting you because, you know, you are cardinal. So if you're like at the more or less near the end, you're going to be feeling this. You have action in your career zone, your status. And you also have action that's connected to your self-worth, your money, of course, you know, your career. You also have connections that's going to be about your inner world, your inner sanctions. There's going to be feelings of, you know, deeper meanings of life. And also with the square to your first house, with the North Node square to your first house, this is going to be a big, a lot going on for you, Aries, in the beginning of January. Because January is a time where we all feel like we're going to be ready to go. And I feel that you're going to be one of them, or probably one of the main ones. So yes, I feel with this new moon, there's going to be some changes. Remember, this is a general, you know, I said in the beginning, look where Capricorn is in your Placidus or your house chart, because that's going to be activated more. So, you know, this is about your career, your social status, your standing, bosses, father figures. It could be marriages. It could also be family as well. There's going to be changes happening there. This actually can be like a spiritual awakening for a lot of you, Aries. Like, okay, because the North Node's in your sign as well, it's getting squared. This is there can be some like topsy-turvy if when you're going back to work. things may seem like it's the same, but there's changes that are coming underneath. It could be, you know, a boss changing positions. It could be a boss leaving, a new boss coming, which changes the whole dynamic at work. It changes, you know, people's positions. We could see some of you Aries. This is a great time to be manifesting a new position or a new job, because you're 12, because you know, it sextiles Neptune in your 12th. So a lot of you may, you know, you over Christmas and, you know, gotten really into spirituality, and it's like, you know what, I actually believe in manifestations. I actually believe that this could happen. So yes, a lot of you could manifest, but it's also about listening to yourself, listening to that inner being, that inner voice, knowing when to stay somewhere and knowing when to go. The square can bring a confidence, a crisis of confidence in your work, but is also in your capabilities. So there could be a lot of, you know where you're going, but you're very unsure of yourself. So that's one of the reasons why this Neptune is really great. It's going to be helping you to get in contact with like the higher realms of yourself. Of course, whatever changes that happen in your job, it does bring changes within your money. It does bring changes within your self-esteem, because the second house. So I feel there's a lot to look out for, Aries. The card that you have is the King of Pentacles, which is about status and social standing. It's very much about an ambitious person. This could be you or someone else. You're going to be pushing forward regardless, Aries. I feel that if some of you do get like a new position, you're going to be asking for your worth. You may have to wait. It may take a while to come, but eventually it will. It really does depend on what you're doing. I feel if you're working for yourself under this new moon, there's obviously going to be changes within like your money situation. But this card is of confidence. This card is of ambition as well. But most importantly, is of groundedness. So this card is essentially saying as well that you need to ground yourself during this new moon. Don't get too greedy, but do not undervalue yourself, because we don't want that in the new year. Okay, first new moon of the year. So, but also listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Listen to the inner voice, because it really will guide you well. Okay. Hello, Taurus. How are you? So, Taurus, this new moon in Capricorn is in your ninth house. It's going to trine a lot of you earth sign, you and Virgo. So this actually will be quite a nice one for you. Of course, you know you got you got yourself, Uranus, activated. You have your 11th house activated as well. You also have your 12th house activated too. So what can this bring for Tauruses? Well, it can bring changes. It can bring changes within your job. It brings changes within your career as well, yourself, but also essentially it brings changes in your self-esteem, your self-wisdom, your belief system. There's going to be changes that happen here. The first new moon of this year, it should be bringing a freshness of mind, Taurus. Okay, there's things that we believed in like last year, but now it's not going to be viable. 2023 has now gone, and 2024 is now here. So what would you like to learn? What would you like to pursue, in whether it's a new career or a new job or something personal? What books would you like to read? What would you like to publish? I feel this is very much a questioning new moon. You know, Uranus is wrapping up in your sign, and it's been a roller coaster. In, next year, 2025, we're going to see like a whole new wrapping up game, okay? So it's like now's that time to sort of like get things going, get things flowing. I feel some of you Tauruses during this new moon that you know where you want to, you know what you want or where to go, but there can be some confusion when it comes to people in your life, whether it's friends or even like your goals. They can seem unattainable, but they are here. Okay, the square to north node in your 12th is just showing you, you know, you're not really. It's time to sort of hamper down, ground yourself, do some like type of spiritual work. Um, but it can make things just really up and down as well. So I do feel this new moon is great for you, but it's about trying to, you know, you're a very grounded sign, but you may feel a little bit ungrounded because of like the general energies that's happening. Some of you may actually like it. You may like the shifts and changes. Some of you may feel a bit, but you know, regardless, it's going to be a good one for you. The card you got is a Tower. And it's just, whenever you see the tower, it can be very shocking, Tauruses, but it's just that changes are coming. There's old structures and old beliefs that were once you upheld, but now they're just coming down. There definitely be some swift changes that happen. Remember, Capricorn is the sign of the goat, so even though it builds and it tends to stay there, changes are going to be afloat, and it may feel very uncomfortable. Don't be surprised, Taurus, during this new moon that, you know, you may pick up a book or you may pick up a course, something to do with like your personal gains. You know, you may feel like it's great, but then something just naturally changes. But it's not going to be for the bad. It's actually going to really be for the good. Okay, so it's a very action-packed new moon for you. A lot of you will definitely be getting your skates on. Busy time. Hey Gemini, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn. It's a big one. This is in your 8th house. And yeah, it's, you know, for all the air signs, it's like calm down time, like going within, very sensitive, very emotional. You have also got things that are activated within your 12th house, within your 11th house. You got the square to your 11th because of the North Node. And your, let's not forget, you got Neptune in your 10th house. Okay, so with this being about money, money owed to you, you owe money, debts, loans, rebirth. There could be a lot of that going on. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to pay these off. Like, I need to get these out of the way. It could be, I feel there could be a bit of an impatientness for some of you. You know, whenever there's a new moon, especially in the beginning of the year, some of us want to get going, and I feel with you might be get going, like paying off things, or even asking for money back. You may be waiting for a loan or something from the bank, something from the government. It might take a while to come through, but eventually it will, or vice versa. If you need to owe people money, you'll be making headway to pay it off as well. Of course, this can be to do with like your career as well. So be mindful, there definitely can be changes that are happening there. And also your social status. But with the square to the nodes in your 11th house, this could see some like discrepancy to do with like friends and associates, people that you hang with, people that you want to be around, but also your goals and your dreams. You could be changing. You could be like digging deep, delving deep. But like, this is what I really want. Do I need a change? Do I need to? Are these people are like my people? The 8th house is very much a deep, intense house. So you're digging deep. Um, it could also be a very highly psychic time for a lot of you as well. But I feel that there's messages that are coming that are telling a lot of you Geminis, okay, look at this properly. You know, before you sign anything, change anything, look at it properly. So the card that you have is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, another money house. You got money in this, because even when I looked at in the beginning, like I said, The rising sign for this is Taurus, and the 10th house is Capricorn. So this is very much a money time for everyone. But for you, you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knights are definitely about messages that are coming. So I feel that all what I said in the beginning about you're looking to pay things off and people owing you, you could definitely hear some good messages come in, but also messages about where your life, what you need to do and what you need to change within your life, and your goals, your job, your dreams, and all of that. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is showing me. And again, like, good news are not, they're not too far away. So if you're feeling scared or frightened about anything, you know, the 8th house is about doing like tarot and astrology in a way. So you could be doing that, or you could also be doing some deep psychological work with someone, you know, because money's on everyone's mind in January. Remember, it's Capricorn season, and you're going to be feeling it the most. So, but if you do come into money, make sure you save it for a rainy day. But if you need to pay off and so on, you know what to do. Okay. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Welcome to your new moon in Capricorn. So, Cancers, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this big time, which all the signs will. This is in your 7th house. You also have energy. Houses are activated within your 9th house. Of course, a lot of this is to do with your 7th. But you got 9th house action. You also got your 10th house, which is a square to the nodes. And, you know, let's not forget we've got the Pluto, the conjunct Pluto in your 7th house as well. So, and also 11th as well. Your Uranus trying to, the sextile to Uranus. So, even though this does oppose you, Cancer, in your relationship sector, so there could be some deep commitments happening, like getting marriage and proposals. It could be sorting out any drama. Remember, the conjunction to Pluto is about power struggles and power plays. So everyone's going to be having this, okay? But no more than you cardinal signs. And another thing I was going to say, especially if you Cancers are like the end degree, going on to like July, you're going to feel this the most. But all of you are going to be feeling it. So things can be very intense. Things can be very, it can feel very up and down. Be mindful if you're trying to control your partner or controlling finances, any type of control, Cancer, just be mindful of it. Because some of you may start the year in drama, may start the year arguments. But also be mindful if people are controlling you. Could be a boss, it could be a business associate, it could be your partner. There could be, it could really and truly go either way. What's helping you is, you know, the sextile to Uranus and the Neptune, the Neptune in your 9th house. So it can actually help broaden your mind. It could also help see that, making you see that there is actually a way out. You don't have to just stick to the tried and the old school. There is a way out of what you want, what you need in your life. Of course, this can cause some drama within your job, your status as well. I do feel if a lot of you Cancers are looking to collaborate with anyone, especially on a business sense, this is the new moon to do it. Be mindful because the 7th house is open enemies as well, so people may they don't have your best interests at heart, so just be mindful of that. But still, I feel that you'll be seeing more than you should, but it's actually a good thing. You know, you'll be seeing who, these new people can actually come into your life. They could be helping you with a lot of things. They could also be helping you with, there could be a change of scenery, a change of things. Remember, the 7th house is like the first house. So there could be definitely new beginnings happening for a lot of you. It could be And you can remember the 10th house, square to the 10th is definitely about, you know, your work life, your status, but it's also about your home life and family. So when it says status is going to be changing, it could be across the board, like a new family member, someone moving in, someone moving out, a new boss, or, you know, any of that. But I do think a lot of you Cancers are pretty ambitious during this new moon. So if you are wanting to make changes across the board, this is the new moon to do it. Sorry, the card you have is the Four of Wands, which is actually, the four is about foundations. And you're aiming high, Cancer. This is a fire card. This is about creativity, power, ambition, drive. And regardless of what happens during this new moon, because it can bring headache, I feel you're going to be always moving forward. You know, like all the signs, everyone knows where they're going, but some people are just a bit confused. But I feel that with this new moon, it's like, okay, there are things that are gonna get in my way, but I still want to be on that same path. My mind is a bit more broader, it's a bit more open. There's things that are for me as well. So I've not, and I feel a lot of you can get more organized. This card is saying organization is of course key, but your drive is there, your energy there, your passion is there to really go forth. Hello, my Leo, and welcome to your new moon in Capricorn, which is in your 6th house. Leos, you have energy that's in your 8th. Sorry, your 6th, because this major conjunction in your 6th as well, and your 10th. And let's not forget your 9th because of the North Node, the square to the North Node. So what this can bring for you, Leo, because you know a lot of us will be setting intentions. And some of you Leos may decide, you know what, I want to get really busy. I'm going to set my intentions to be a bit more organized, be more busy, take care of myself. Some of you may even decide you want to have like a personal assistant or someone just to help you, just to get reorganized. Capricorn doesn't play when it's in the 6th house. It's like it's like show time, it's go time, it's let's do this. So, and also some of you if you are going back to work as well, there'll be changes that happen, like your career position can change, and it could be for the good. It could be for the good. You may have more or less responsibilities. Again, some of you may get, if you're getting like a high position, some of you may get someone to help you. You may not have to ask. It may come with the position. And it's all good, Leo, you know, because you Leos are very stubborn. Yes, you can do things by yourself, but you know, again, two heads are better than one. So this is a great time for it. It's a great time to be honest with oneself. And if we're taking on this new moon, we'll see how much we're taking on, how far we're pushing ourselves, and if it's detrimental as well. It's all well and good that we have like this job changes that are happening, but you know, is it going to be benefiting us in the long run in terms of health wise? Is it going to be this 6th house is also about your health, so you may want to. Some of you may stock up on your vitamins, eat more healthier. Coming out of the Christmas period, you want to be at your best. So yeah, time to be eating healthier, even change like your workout regime. It feels extremely busy for a lot of you. But also some of you may decide you want to work somewhere else. Like you're not really into this go hard or go home culture that we are living in. That's sort of like old school. So you may think, you know what, I don't want to be on that treadmill of go hard and go home, gotta make that money, gotta make that, So, I feel that some of you may look at your work life situation and think, it's really not for me. I want something very different. Okay, and you could change your, some of you could change up your change things on a whim as well. So the card you have, Leo, is Not the King of... You got the Strength card. You have the Strength card, which is actually your card. So this is actually a really nice card. The fact that we are in a Strength year is a number 8 year. We're in a Strength year. This is a Saturn card. It's a karmatic card. It is a card of like determination that you've come through. So this card has just shown me for a lot of you Leos that, you know, people have got your back. You've got your back. Any changes that comes, whether it's hindering you or benefiting you, things will just work out in the end. And, you know, go forth, be brave. If you are in two minds about anything, just be brave, because it will be worth it. But again, look after yourself. Don't run yourself ragged. Remember, you are changing as well. Like, your whole belief system is changing about your work and personal life. This card is also saying just try and go with it. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to remove yourself from situations. And, you know, stay away from trying not to be around stressful situations as well. Okay? Hey Virgo, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn. And this is going to be affecting Virgos that are born in the last degree. So if you're Venus Virgo, it's going to be affecting you, but in a good way. This is in your 5th house. With this 5th house, it's activating your 7th house. Let's not forget. It's because of the Saturn in Pisces. It's also activating your 8th house because of the square to the North Node. And it's also activating your 9th house, which is the Uranus trine. So all in all, Virgo, this is actually a good one for you, because I can see a lot of you delving deeper into your, when it concerning your creativity, whether it's whether you have children or not. I can see a lot of you probably actually investing more in terms of what you see yourself. It could be for the year or even like your future, what you see yourself doing. There's some questions that are coming up, like, do you want to work for yourself? Do you want to work for other people? What are you actually passionate about? Because, you know, you got this, you know, you got the Pluto in Aquarius, which is in your 6th. And, sorry, this is bringing sort of things back to basics for you. And with this new moon being activated for a whole month, it's like, okay, let's do this. Again, go time. Yes, a lot of you may start off a bit slow, but I feel this is actually a great move for you if you are going to be pursuing anything in the creative arts, if you're going to be pursuing having children, if you're going to be pursuing anything that is of a passion for you. And also, this is also about having fun, dating as well. If any of you Virgos who are single, this may activate this big time as well. Of course, you know, you may feel that a lot of you, of course, no one wants to be hurt. So that's why I think some of you are very cautious, because you don't want to be hurt, because you may have gotten hurt in the past, and all of these fears and themes can come up too. But delve deeper into that. This is a time where some of you may need to probably talk to someone. Could be like a life coach. Could be that. Could be definitely, you know, I think for you Virgo, this new moon, I feel, is really nice to start something that you've never done before. And it's not easy with Capricorn ruling your 5th, but whether it's picking up a book, learning a new language, anything that can enhance your creativity. Creativity is not just acting or performing, it is also about what can enhance you, okay? And there's inspiration for you everywhere. The card that you have is the Magician. which is the Gemini card. And I feel that Magician, you know, it does, I think this is highly manifestating card. I feel if you want like that good relationship, if you want that passion project to work, or if you know, something, if you want children, if you want to banish your fears in any shape or form, if you want to invest in yourself, the Magician is like the card for it. Just try not to just take, again, not taking on too much, because you don't want to be stressing yourself out. But this is a highly mental card, which is showing you that anything is possible. You just have to believe in it. You may be very skeptical during this new moon, but you have a lot of good things coming for you. You know, there are people that are willing to help you. There are people that would really like to date you as well. But it's really and truly up to you. Whether you can get out of your head, or, you know, but possibilities are really endless, Virgos. Hey Libra, how are you? So Libra, this new moon in Capricorn is in your 4th house. And, you know, you have energies that's connecting to your 6th house, because of conjunction, again in your 4th house. You also have the nodes, which is activated, which is squaring you, but, you know, you're part of that nodal thing. So, but yeah, the nodes are going to be activated during this as well. And your 8th house. So, you know, like whenever we have like Earth moons, it does, it makes the ear signs very emotional. So you know, this is the time of like family. You know, this new moon, especially in January, is going to start off with family and being, you know, wanting to be a family, but also themes of the past can come up as well. Um, it could be fears, it could be traumas, it could be a time of healing as well. 8th house is also about debts, loans, rebirth, but, you know, in this sense, I feel it might be a case of you wanting to invest more into family. It could be invested in property. If you have got any like debts and all that, I feel that you're going to be wanting to pay it off. You know, you want a fresh new slate, fresh new start. But yeah, I feel you're going to be very organized. I can see a lot of you Libras like dusting the house, tidying up the house, getting all paperwork organized. If you're, you know, if you're going straight to work, you're going to be like more or less on time. You know, doing what you have to do, then just leaving because you want to spend more time with the family. I think there's a lot to discuss, a lot to discover. Of course, this is very much deep emotional time. I feel that some of you may be spending more time with like a mother figure as well. You could be sorting out anything to do with like paperwork concerning a home. Whether it's you're renting out a home, or, you know, buying and selling, anything like that. I do feel you're getting very much more organized. And when you're organized, it's very much a health thing as well. It's a mental health thing. With it squared to your nodes in your 7th, of course, there can be some clashes with your partner, but it could also be clashes with people at work as well, because they may want to see more of you, or let's go out, and you're like, no, I'm going home. The thing that needs to be sorted, the things that need to be done. This is going to be affecting you big time as well, Libra, because if you're like 20 degrees Libra, which is like Mercury degree, you're going to be very affected, and because you're cardinal too. So when we look at your card, you have the Chariot, and this is like the higher vibration of Cancer, and the 4th house is ruled by Cancer. So Libra, the Chariot is also about traveling. So some of you may be traveling, but I feel that I'm picking up something, that there's some energies that happen around Christmas, and now it's time to really sort it out in the new year. And, you know, this card is about self-determination. So you may be the one that is like bringing everyone together to talk about things, to smooth over things. Again, if there's like anyone that's stubborn within the family, I feel you're gonna be the one to be like the bigger person, whether you're involved or not. Okay, and you know, this card is also showing me that things will be okay, but you just have to get through like the emotional nitty gritty that comes with it. And no brushing things under the carpet. That's what I'm getting. No brushing things under the carpet. Okay, because now it's not really that time. It's a new year, it's a new beginning. You know, you've got Pluto that's transit in your 5th house, which is bringing a whole different side to a lot of you. Okay, so yeah, big time for you, Libra. Hello, Scorpio. So Scorpio, this new moon in Capricorn is in your 3rd house. You have energies that's in your 5th, that's in your 7th house, that's also in your 6th house. Okay, so for you, my Scorpions, you're going to benefit from this because it actually sextiles you, and you know, it's a brand new beginning for you to be getting down to business. And I've been saying that a lot, but it's really and truly the thing with Capricorn. Capricorn's always about getting down to business. So now's that time. So get your skates on, because the beginning of the year or even January might be very busy for you. Whether you are seeking to sign a new contract, looking for a new contract, doing any type of business on like media, whether it's through blogging, podcasting, this is the time. This is really that time. And I feel some of you may be joining like in a new partnership with someone. This person could be very, quite shockingly coming to your life, could be very different. You may clash with them in the beginning, and after you just get on, or you may just, you know, what's the word? You know, you don't like the person, but you know, you may not be friends, but when you work together, it's magic. It might be that case, and they could actually help you. Okay, you may be very mouthy as well, so be mindful, because how you're talking to your friends, how you're talking to your neighbors, even how you're talking to your siblings, it can cause drama, but it can be quickly smoothed over. Some of you may even want to travel, do some short distance travel as well, be around, you know, your friends, your family, you know, visiting, yeah, just like short distance. And like your neighbor, there could be some changes within your neighborhood as well. You could have like a conservative family that moves in. They could be your neighbor, or they could just be across the road, something like that. But yes, but also I feel that whatever's going to be what's going on in January, it's going to bring a new lease of life. It's going to be like in terms of like work life, creativity. This could also be your love life as well. There's like an extra dose that's coming up for you. The square to your 6th house is just showing you where you need to really concentrate on, where you're cutting corners, because you could be in a rush. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, Scorpio, but we could just be too excited and just forget the most important things. Like when you're reading a contract, you have to read the small print, because that might be the most important thing. But also, you know, there could be changes as well. There could be a lot of changes. Like Pisces, Scorpio, some of you may have become parents, or some of you may be expecting, or some of you may have like a new like lover. So there could be this combination of something new happening too, because this trine to Saturn. But yeah, it's a big one. But the card you have is the Justice card, and the Justice card is a Libra card. So I feel that it's not upside down. So I feel that things are going to really come into balance for you. Or if you're struggling to find balance within your life during this new moon, because the 3rd house is a very active house. It's mental. It can stimulate your brain, but it can overactivate the brain. So I feel for you, Scorpions, I feel that there's some people that are going to come into your life that can help you find balance, or you may start finding balance during this new moon. It's an ambitious one, but you also could slow down as well. It's asking you to slow down. It's asking you to, you know, smell the roses. Try not to be too greedy with all the opportunities that are coming, because opportunities are abroad. Um, I said Saturn, but actually the fifth house is in Neptune for you. So apologies. And apologies to all the other signs. But yes, you know, because you can really gloss over things. You can really miss the mark. So just really try and take your time. But this is a very, very active and busy new moon for you. So I do feel that if any opportunities that you're passionate about, that you've always wanted, now's that time, Scorpio. Okay? So it may sound like a double barrel message, but it is like, you know, what you're going to choose, you really need. Okay? Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Capricorn, where this energy is in your second house of money. Money, money, money. Yes. I think a lot of you will be very happy with this energy. You also have energies that's in your fourth house, your sixth house, and also your fifth house. 4, 5, 6. And you know, of course, everyone's going to be doing different things in January, and you more so, because you know the second house is about our self-esteem, our earnings, how we're going to be earning money, what we're investing in, even what we're eating. So there can be definitely a fresh start for you, Sagittarius. I feel a lot of you are going to get more organized, because you know every year this happens. But yeah, a lot more organization that's going to be going in to your spendings. Could definitely savings as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are tightening up your belts, because January seems to be very harsh. For some reason, for everyone actually, but I feel that you may feel it the most. You know, you and Gemini. But yeah, it's a time to be getting yourself organized, time to really looking after yourself as well, looking after the mental, physical, and emotional, because all of this is connected to your self-esteem as well. I feel that I'm picking up, try and be positive, Sagittarius. Try to be positive, because you're ruled by Jupiter, and also during this time, Jupiter is direct, because you're ruled by Jupiter. um you know, you have to be very mindful of your spending as well, very mindful. But I think you're going to be looking at it thoroughly this time. This I feel, if you want to invest in anything, it is great to be investing in any type of creativity, because of the North Node square. It can cause you to not want to, you know, follow your goals and dreams. But I feel this is actually great for you to invest in it, invest in anything creative, but really, you know, really think about it before you do it as well. But also you can have sudden, you know, some of you can have like sudden purchases, or sudden, you know, realizations of needing to save. It can really and truly go one way or the other. The card you got, Saggies, is the Star card, which is actually a lovely card. This is a card that, you know, goodwill will come. Goodwill will come. Just have to believe, because for some of you Saggies may believe, but then you probably forget and just do your own thing. But this card is saying try to keep on the even keel. Believe that things will work out. If any of you have anything to pay off during this new moon, you shall pay it off. It's like your wish is being granted. I feel that if you are looking to take things a bit more serious when it comes to your finances, or any type of investments, or even watching what you're eating, taking care of yourself, this Star card is like your shining light. It's like a huge guide that's going to be helping you. But try not to rush. Try to take easy. Remember, we're easing into January. For some of us, not very fast. But yeah, try and take it easy. Hello, the star of the show, Capricorn. So Capricorn, this new moon's on you. You know, if you're like 20 degrees, you're going to be, it's like last degrees, you're going to be feeling this on the 11th. I mean, what can I say? This is in your first house, okay? You have energies that's in your third, in your fifth, also in your square to your fourth, the North Node. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Brand new you, okay? This is life-changing because not only have we got a new moon in January, we have the nodes in your fourth house, fourth and 10th house. And let's not forget, we have Pluto coming out of your sign. So it's no wonder you want to make this work. I feel for you Capricorns, some of you will make like certain intentions, wishes and dreams coming true that will probably last from this year to 6 months to a year. I feel a lot of you will take things a lot more seriously now. Remember, because Pluto is aging out of your sign, you're getting a bit of a reprieve for 9 months. So you can concentrate on like your money, your goals and your finances. But still, we still have work to do. So, if you want to be getting fit and healthy, this is a new moon to do it. If you want to start like a new career, whether it's through social media, whether it's through blogging, anything like that, this is a new moon to do it. There can be some confusion in what you're thinking and feeling because of the trine to Neptune. Okay, so there can be some of that going on. This is great to be doing any type of meditation practice, breath work, because Neptune being in your third, it can make a lot of you feel quite forgetful. You could be thinking of things and not believing it can happen, because the mind is, as we all know, the mind is very, very powerful. So I think if you're going to wish on a star or you wish for something to happen in your life, regardless of what it is, you know, try to believe in it, because I believe it will come true, Capricorns. There might be a bit of a softer side that's coming out for you. You've got the square in your North Node in your fourth. So this can bring up like power struggles within the home. You know, some of you may want to move and you have to be communicating with your partner. Some of you may have drama at home. Some of you may want to redecorate, or, you know, it just feels like there's a bit of a power shift that's going to be happening. Some of you Capricorns are very quiet. You just want to keep the peace. You just be like, okay, as long as we're in a state of security and comfort, I'm happy. You do what you want, do what you have to do. Some of you might find your voice and say, no, 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 no. Some of you may have to put that charm in. Because when you're living in a home with like lots of people, with lots of children, or, you know, whether you've got a dominating partner or not, you have, you know, it's all about balance as well. But some of you may be edging for freedom. I don't know why I think that, but I'm picking up some of you may want some freedom as well. That may be because Uranus is in your fifth, and this is giving you that sort of like oomph of, you know, okay, you know, you've got the goods. What show us what you got. The fifth house is also the house of what is it? Of creativity. It's about children as well. It's about your passion. It's also about gambling. So things could actually work out. You know, some of you could actually come into money, especially if you're doing the lottery. You just never know. But yes, this is a great time for wishes to come true, but also taking care of yourself too. The card that you have is the Queen of Cups. And yeah, I feel that a lot of you are going with your emotions. This is a great time to be following through with what you want to do. Emotion-wise, it's not easy because we're in Saturn year. We're in a Saturn month, but also this year in 2024 is a Saturn year. It's a number of 8 year. So it's a Saturn year. It's a karmatic year. So some of you may struggle. If you find yourself struggling, it's because you're not in tune with your emotions. But some of you may feel overflowed with emotion. It's about finding balance. You know, Capricorn, this card is also saying, see where you want to see yourself between now and 2025. Because again, if you dare to dream, you know, things can come true. Again, the mind is very powerful. It's very, very powerful. And, you know, Neptune can throw like a curveball. It can make you see things that are not true, but in some cases it can make you see things that are true, and it can also make you see things where, you know, if you dare to try and do something outside the box, whether it's through your job or anything in your life, it can happen. So listen out, especially when you're going to sleep, or when you are, especially when you're going to sleep, or you're having a little bit of a daydream, which I know can be very rare. Just try and write down what comes up, because you'll be very surprised. But yeah, happy new moon. Hey Aquarius, how are you? So Aquarius, this new moon in Capricorn is in your 12th house. So it's a bit of a inner one. You also have action with the trine to Uranus in your 4th, Saturn in your 2nd, and also the nodes in Aries, square to nodes in your Aries in your 3rd. So, but for you Aquarius, this is going to be a bit of a quiet one. It's going to be a bit of a quiet one. Nothing wrong in that. You know, whenever it's whenever it's January, some people are just alive and kicking. Some people are rearing to go, but some people are just like, you know what? Christmas and the New Year's over. I just want to kick back, and definitely you're one of them, especially when you got like the 12th and the 4th house action going on. Yes, there can be some ups and downs that you may have to deal with. Some of you may want to be putting it off until like you know, when your time comes, when it's your birthday season. Every year you revisit this, and obviously this year's a little bit different. I can see a lot of you just, again, kicking back, relaxing, or trying to relax. Probably making plans in your mind, in your head. Yes, there's going to be very much a secretive time. A lot of you are going to be a lot more quiet during this new year. But I do see some of you, you know, making some plans. But just like on the down low, this is a time to rest. This is a time to reflect, look back. You know, Pluto's going into your sign in this month, in January. So it's more or less no time like the present, okay? So really take your time, and, you know, with the square to the node in your 3rd, it can make a lot of you say things you don't mean, say things you mean what you don't say, like even how you're communicating. Some of you can become quite abrupt. Some of you may, you know, this will obviously be a time to think before you speak, but still, I think if you've got something to say, you might as well just say it. Home may feel quite chaotic. It may feel very up and down. A lot of you may be really seeking, because you know it's a new year, so it's like, I want to, you know, something needs to change at home. Maybe this is before, maybe you're thinking this before Uranus, Pluto goes into your sign. You just want to change. You may not be saying it to family, maybe just be saying it to yourself. You could be looking around and thinking something needs to change here, or I need to get away. It could be to do like you want to invest in your home. You may want to invest in like a hut. You may want to invest in somewhere private, because now is the time for peace and quiet. You may not get it, but I feel that you can. The card you got is a King of Cups. And the King of Cups is very much a sturdy card, but it's also strong emotionally. Again, I feel that if there's something you need to do and say, it's a good time to be doing it. If you need to be alone, don't be afraid to say it. Just making sure that family and friends know it's not them, it's you. The 12th house can feel very, very drowning. It can feel too still. But the King of Cups is obviously, some of you could be the King of Cups, we're embodying the King of Cups. But, you know, stay in your power, stay in your truth. This card is also saying, don't be afraid to let like the tears flow, because, you know, anything that touches like the water houses can be very much an emotional time. So there may be stuff that goes on during this new moon that, you know, because it's a new time to be setting intentions, but you're going to be doing this quietly. You're going to be in the private, trying to get privacy as well. And with that, it does come with overflowing emotions. A lot of this can be from last year as well, in 2023. So yeah, the tears can come, basically, and let them come. Okay. This King of Cups is saying any type of emotion that's coming, it makes you stronger. Okay, especially before your birthday. And my patient Pisces, how are you? Welcome to your new moon in Capricorn, which is in your 11th house. You've got energies that's in your first house with the Neptune. You also have I was going to say Saturn there. You also have Uranus in your third. You also have this, you know, obviously the conjunction in your 11th, and you have the square to the North Node in your second. So Pisces, remember when I said, I think I said to Aquarius, that there's some people, yeah, I did say it to Aquarius, some people are going to be up and going. You may be one of them. Maybe like, okay, New Year's here, let's do this. So, you know, meeting up with, some of you could be meeting up with friends, seeing friends old and new, especially from the past. This is showing me that you could be dreaming a lot. You know, your goals and dreams and aims have changed. Saturn's in your sign. You know, you've got Pluto going into your 12th house. There's a lot going on. Like this year, you have like an eclipse in your sign later on, down the line. So there's lots of changes happening for you. So I think that you, like some of the other signs, are going to be planning ahead for the new year. So I feel if any of you Pisces wants to start like your own business, hook up with like friends, if you are dreaming of people that can help you in your career, this is a great time to be writing it down, manifesting it down. Especially if you Uranus in the third, it's like it's giving you all these like ideas, Pisces. It's like telling you, write down what you want, you know, even speak it to the universe. I think it's best to write down what you want. I think with you Pisces, I think a lot of you are getting this action of whatever you're saying and thinking and doing and writing, it's going to be happening, and it can be very scary. So yeah, writing down what you want, writing down your goals, your aims, your dreams. You want to work for yourself. I can see a lot of you Pisces doing that. Not just for now, I can see it in the future. You know, whether it's to do with media, whether it's to do with blogging, whether it's to do anything to do with like social media. I feel like 2024 is, you know, the time to be sort of get going. Don't rush. Remember, Capricorn is not about rushing. It's about planning, then slowly. Yeah. Yeah, but also, you know, the square to your second house, it is showing like, you know, I think that a lot of you, again, like some of the signs, there can be money that's going to be made. Some of you can invest. Some of you could come into money. Some of you have to be very frugal. Some of you may spend. You have to be mindful of your finances. And also what you're eating, because that's what the second house is all about. So, but still, you can. This is a time to invest in what you want. It's a time to invest in any type of projects that you want. It's very highly ambitious time, Pisces. You know, you got Saturn that's going to be in your sign until 2026 February. So you've got plenty time. Some of you Pisces are making that headway, but some of you may wait until, you know, you may just be like doing like the rounds. When Saturn goes into your second house, it's like, oh, now I can do it. It really does depend on how you're feeling. The card you've got is a judgment card. So you're having an awakening moment. some of you it may take a while to just get into the groove, because January is not easy for everyone. You know, just going with it slowly. But some of you just like, bam, let's just do this. Again, I do feel any type of like meditation, yoga, whether it's walking, any type of like exercise can really help keep things flowing. But I do feel you should listen to your dreams, really take care of yourself. Because again, January is not easy. And yeah, we see what happens. But the Judgment card is a very nice card. It's a Pluto card. Some of you there might be a deepness that comes with this as well. Could be a darkness, but it could be actually your deepness, especially if you're seeing people from the past. Okay. So guys, that was the new moon in Capricorn for all of the signs. I know it's a long one. It had to be, guys, and the first new moon of the year. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you've listened through the whole video, thank you. I apologize if I've gone silent or I've yawned. I am pregnant, so you know, it does take its toll at times, but still, yes. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because when you do that, guys, I can give you lots of more of my energy and time, okay? And I can produce more for you guys too. So I want to say Happy New Year. You know, wish upon a star of this Capricorn new moon. 2024 is going to be something else. You know, I can't really predict too much of what's going to be happening, but it does feel like there's a swift change happening. So yes, but listen out for the other videos I'll be putting out. I'll be putting out a Pluto in Capricorn video, Pluto in Aquarius video. Sorry, I put up Pluto Capricorn already, where I'll be talking about it through the houses. So listen out for that. I feel that it's going to be so much more important, this Pluto and Aquarius through the houses, because when I did it for Capricorn, it played out. And it wasn't just me imagining, or the houses never lie. Okay? So listen out for that. But once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.